The New Orleans Saints might be bringing back a familiar face. Kwon Alexander, according to ESPN, is visiting with the Saints on Tuesday. The timing, not an accident. Training camp just around the corner for New Orleans. And Alexander was recently cleared for football activities after he tore his Achilles late in the 2020 season. Now, Alexander played much of last year for New Orleans, and unsurprisingly, was cut by the team before the offseason. A move that saved them, by the way, over $13 million. It was a no-brainer call. Everyone knew it was coming, and there was no bad blood between Alexander and the organization as a result. And Alexander could provide another reliable, if healthy, starting caliber linebacker in New Orleans. 2020, 57 tackles, a couple tackles for loss, always been solid in coverage, 4 pass breakups, 2 forced fumbles. He was once one of the highest paid linebackers in the NFL when he signed originally with the San Francisco 49ers. But due in part to injuries, Alexander was never the guy the Niners hoped they were going to be or going to get. Actually ended up being Fred Warner for them. And they traded him on the cheap to the Saints to acquire some minor draft capital and free up some money in the long run. Now the Saints could once again acquire Alexander, this time via NFL free agency. I'm about to give my thoughts, but first, I want to hear from you. Do you want the Saints to go sign, or I guess technically re-sign, Kwon Alexander? Get your votes in for me right now in the comments section. Now, if, and I'll emphasize the if here, if healthy, then why not go out and sign Kwon Alexander? This is what the visit is for, right? Check in, see how the medical's doing, see if he's good to go, and see if, in all likelihood, on the cheap, because that's the only way it makes sense for New Orleans, then it could make some sense. If all those things are met, the health and the money side of it check out, then yeah, why not bring in Kwon Alexander? At minimum, you could have a great veteran depth option. Because if I'm being honest here, I think the depth behind a lot of these Saints linebackers, behind the awesome Demario Davis, behind second-round rookie Pete Werner, I don't think is that great. I am, as I've said before, confused why Zach Bond is now a weak side linebacker. But hey, Chad Hansen, Caden Ellis, that's decent depth. Sutton Smith, Quentin Pollock, I don't trust those guys. So at minimum, Alexander is a damn good linebacker to have as whether he's 4 or 3 or 5 or whatever. If he's on a close to vet minimum contract, yes, that intrigues me. Now, make note, allegedly, Kwon Alexander has other interests. We will see if that's the case. If it is and he signs elsewhere, there are some other veterans who could intrigue New Orleans. KJ Wright's the big name, maybe a bit too expensive, but could actually be a really good fit, mostly at the kind of strong side linebacker on base downs, even some nickel linebacker duty as well. Avery Williamson, Todd Davis, high tackle guys, veterans, but haven't been that great in recent years. BJ Goodson is okay. Josh Bynes is nothing special. So yeah, I would have interest in bringing back Kwon Alexander.